Hello, everyone. Thank you for your time today. My name is Nicole Brock, and today I will be presenting a presentation where I will be comparing two leadership models that are commonly discussed in healthcare. The first one being the interprofessional team model, and the second one being the dynamic culture leadership model. Um, I'll review their key characteristics of each, explore their similarities and their differences, and explain why I believe the DCL model is a better fit for modern healthcare organizations versus the PAARP model. So I'm excited to be here with you today. I'm hoping that, at the close of this presentation, you leave with a little bit more knowledge about leadership models that are available to you and that you can start implementing into your daily work routine. Okay, so the first model we're going to look at on this slide is the interprofessional team model, also known as the PAARP model. The interprofessional team model promotes collaboration amongst different healthcare providers such as nurses, physicians, therapists, and more to ensure comprehensive patient-centered care. Leadership is often shared with the team making decisions collectively, and then communication and mutual respect are the center to this model. Okay, so on this slide, we are going to review the dynamic culture leadership model, also known as the DCL model. The DCL model emphasizes alignment between leadership behaviors and organizational culture. It works on three primary levels, which are the personal development, team dynamics, and organizational strategy. Leaders using the DCL model focus on self-awareness, system thinking, and fostering inclusive environments. It's a blend of transformational leadership, which is leading by vision, and then also servant leadership, which prioritizes the needs of others. So on this next slide, we are going to compare the similarities between the PAARP and DCL models. As you can see here on my slide, I have that both models promote collaboration, values diversity, and seeks to improve organizational and patient outcomes. They also encourage team empowerment and stress the importance of clear communication within healthcare settings. Okay, so on our previous slide, we talked about the similarities between the PAARP and the DCL leadership models, but on this slide, we're actually going to look at some of the key differences between the two models. So here on my slide, I do have a couple that I put in a table for you all, but just to further explain, the PAARP model is mostly used in clinical environments and emphasizes shared leadership within care teams, while the DCL model, on the other hand, has a broader organizational lens. And their focus is on leadership development, cultural alignment, and then long-term strategic change. So again, they do have a lot of similarities, but one really emphasizes on teamwork and being patient-centered, while the other one really emphasizes on adaptability and systems thinking, and they are culture-centered. All right, so next on this slide, I would like to take a moment just to discuss why the DCL leadership model is a better fit for healthcare organizations. The DCL model stands out because it takes a more comprehensive and culturally intelligent approach to leadership. First, it focuses on developing the whole leader by encouraging emotional intelligence, mindfulness, and self-reflection, which is crucial in high-stress healthcare environments. Unlike the interprofessional team model, which concentrates on collaboration and communication, the DCL model aligns leadership behaviors with the organization's deeper values and mission. This is vital in healthcare, where staff need to feel a sense of purpose and trust in their leadership team. DCL also promotes proactive responsiveness to systematic issues. for example, like mental health burnout. And they're proactive in this way, so they're not waiting for a crisis to actually occur. They already have things in order to address these issues. And then lastly, by building these psychological safety nets and inclusion, it helps boost morale, improve staff retention, and make organizations more adaptable in uncertain times. Okay, so now let's look at how the dynamic culture leadership model can be applied to real world issues. So for the purpose of this PowerPoint presentation, the example that we'll be using is mental health in the workplace. This concern actually came up during my stakeholder interview with an operations manager from Amazon's Leave and Disability Services. She emphasized how burnout, stress, and stigma are increasing among employees and how current efforts are often reactive instead of being proactive. The DCL model addresses this challenge on multiple levels. The first level being at the personal level. Leaders are expected to develop emotional intelligence, practice mindfulness, and engage in regular self-reflection. This makes them more aware of how their behaviors impact team culture. By modeling vulnerability and openness, leaders have helped reduce the stigma surrounding mental health. At the team level, DCL encourages collaborative wellness strategies like flexible scheduling or designated mental health days. Leaders foster psychological safety by promoting open conversations and building systems of peer support. Value-based communication is key here. It ensures that all voices are heard and respected. And then last, at the organizational level, leadership should align policies with a culture that prioritizes well-being, like offering comprehensive mental health benefits or leadership training. Using data to track trends to help improve proactive strategies, and also, most importantly, leaders advocating for structural change, like making mental health check-ins a norm and holding leadership accountable for mental health outcomes. This layer approach is what makes the DCL leadership model so effective. It addresses systematic issues while promoting empathy, inclusion, and resilience across the organization. Okay, so we are at the end of this presentation, but before I let you guys go, I do just want to share a couple more items with you regarding the presentation from today. So to conclude, while both the interprofessional team model and the dynamic culture leadership model offer valuable insight, the DCL model stands out as it better fits for today's healthcare challenges. Healthcare organizations are complex. They're high-stake environments that require leaders who can not only work across teams, but also shape culture, inspire trust, and adapt to evolving needs. The DCL model supports this by developing leaders at every level. They're encouraging self-awareness, fostering team cohesiveness, and aligning organizational policies with cultural values. Where unlike the PAARP model, which focuses more on collaboration between professionals, the DCL model equips leaders to lead change, not just manage tasks. It addresses mental health proactively, supports psychological safety, and creates space for inclusion and continuously learning. So all in all, ultimately, if we want to build a healthcare system that is resilient, compassionate, and sustainable, the DCL model gives us the tools just to do that. And it starts with our leadership. All right, well, we have reached the end of this PowerPoint presentation. I just wanted to take a moment to see if anyone had any questions about anything that was discussed today. Even if you think of some later, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I can provide you with this PowerPoint presentation as well if you would like it. But I want to just thank everybody for your time today and allowing me to present this to you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.